Hello, my name is Michael Randolph, and I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. I want to talk about two things. First, I want to talk about the state of nonprofits, especially Black small nonprofits. And then I want to talk about the solution to some of the problems that nonprofits run into. So, according to Forbes, 50% of nonprofits will end in its first 12 months. However, the National Center for Charitable Statistics suggests that 30% of nonprofits will fail within the first 12 months. So it's anywhere between 30 to 50% of nonprofits that fail. However, when it comes to African American nonprofits, the numbers tell a different story on the high side. Black led and benefiting nonprofits are often grassroots, hyper local, and founder led with deep connections to the community. About 78% of such nonprofits are operating on a budget of less than 500,000 a year, and nearly one third operate with just 30,000 a year. Largely made of volunteers, 43% of the organization operate without any pay, full-time employees, and 45.65% have no pay or part-time employees. According to reports, Black-led and Black benefiting organizations also face unique fundraising strategies, with 85% or often are always with 85% always or often having trouble accessing large diverse group of funding sources. And 72.7% are always or often challenged to identify and cultivate new funders. Moreover, nearly 53% of the organizations indicated that they would shut down if they lost one or more of the key funders. The source for this is here for you to back up the information. So the next question is, why are so many nonprofits folding? So here's what we found. We're going to talk about three of the five common reasons why nonprofits fail. And here's the source for that information related to what we're going to talk about. The first is technology. Failing to remain up to date with the latest technology can lead to stagnation. This can lead to or lead to neglecting technology. Neglecting technology and online progress significantly increases the chances of being in that 20 to 50% people that fail. That's how important technology is. And failing to do so can result in the organization being part of the 30 to 50% of the organization that fail every year. So let's move forward. The second reason why nonprofits fail is because they often hesitate to invest in anything but the front line services. Because it is be because it is before long the backstage operation upon which substantial growth to build becomes undeveloped, leading to stagnation and ultimately limiting, limiting the organizational scope. So failure to have infrastructure has the outcome is that it can limit the organizational scope of that organization and be the death of that organization. It's natural to think donors, no, in other words, to be successful, nonprofits need to focus on infrastructure as much as the delivery of services. The two are the same. It is longevity which matters. The third reason why nonprofits fail, according to the source that we quoted earlier, is that nonprofits fail to establish a clear and ethical standard from the beginning. Even if you have one staff, a defined mission statement holds a practice, clear ideas on what the nonprofit stands for and what standards are expected is value. It is vital to the source of your organization. Let's talk about the services that we do provide that, especially in Black organizations, can benefit from by reducing the number of Black nonprofits that fail every year and nonprofits in general. So let's get started with the presentation of the services that we provide. Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. The Center for Nonprofit and Community Development is a 501c3 corporation that provides technical support in the area of effective skill sets to startup nonprofits and existing nonprofits in order to enhance, increase, and strengthen their capacity to service their clients. Our approach to sustainability is framed around what we call a social entrepreneur business model. To date, we've provided technical support to over 2,500 nonprofits, government agencies, faith-based groups, individuals, business, and others. For the most part, this came in terms of the free professional workshop that we offer. Also, to date, we've assisted over 650 nonprofits with providing their paperwork for them to receive their status as a 501c3 nationally from around the country. So we provided this nationally to up to 650 nonprofits and other businesses. Here's a list of the different programs and projects that we offer. As you can see, we really do provide those skill sets necessary to compete, especially with those elite nonprofits that's out there and the skill sets that they have that you have not been privy to up until this point. So starting with business plan development. This workshop focuses on how to create a business plan, how to create an operational plan, everything related to business. This class not only teaches in terms of how to do a business plan, but it works with you to develop a business plan. And you also learn during the process how to write a plan, business plan. This is anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks long. That means that not only can you develop a business plan, but you also can make extra money by teaching other people how to do a business plan. The same is the case for our next service, and that's grant development and teaching professional grant writing, how to put together a grant. Grant writers can make anywhere from $20 to $200 per hour. This is anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks long. Government procurement is another way that not only nonprofit, but small for-profit business can tie into revenue. We teach how to do specifically federal procurement. Organizational development, sustainability, and capacity building strategy is the way we work with nonprofits to build infrastructure. It puts that nonprofit in a position to go after those large grant dollars that traditionally only your elite, your larger nonprofits, and your nonprofits that's been around forever will normally attain. It puts you in that position to teach that organizational development and sustainability, not how to last for a year, but how to be sustainable financially and strategically. CEO training is the almost necessity for the organizational leader in a nonprofit. This CEO training consists of most of these workshops here and programs, all roll up into one. The CEO trainer focuses on teaching that person how to be able to communicate with lenders, government, investors, big community, other nonprofits, etc. It puts that CEO with that type of training. Program design is the next component. We work with nonprofits and putting together what we call best practice national potential programs. When you write for a grant, you write for a grant for the most part to pay for a particular program that you want to get funded. We work with creating those fundable programs to bring that money into your organization. Community mobilization for purpose is a key in most of your disenfranchised community. What we do here is to work with neighborhood leaders and mobilizing and organizing in that particular community, focus on a community for purpose. This has been very effective, especially in your disenfranchised communities, your marginalized communities. This strategy has been very effective in mobilizing and organizing the community so you move forward with the vision and the mission for that community. One of the ways you do that is through your marketing and branding strategy. This is a 2 to 3 week course, and it teaches you how to market and how to brand your organization. Quantitative and qualitative research is the necessary tools that you can use to show that you've analyzed and you understand and you have the resource from authoritative sources to talk about what the problem is, who, and how to solve the problem through your quantitative and qualitative research techniques. Social media development is becoming a key component to your organization, being able to reach a larger population of people in terms of people that talks about what you do and people who are funders as well. We use social media. We use artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, in the Web3 in terms of the strategy that we use for all of these programs. Technology. If you don't understand technology in this time, in this period, you will be lost as an organization. With technology, you can have one person in your organization when you initially get started. Yet, it's operating like you are 10 people. That's when you use technology like artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and things of that nature. And so technology is a key strategy for every level of nonprofit. And we talk about technology not only in terms of artificial intelligence, but also increase productivity and efficiency for that organization. Social enterprise, although it's the last, it's probably one of the most important. This focus on changing the narrative when it comes to nonprofit and their man's mindset. Instead of just focusing on going after grants, now you're focusing on creating a business, a social enterprise business that generate what we call earned income. At one point, you want to reduce your dependency on grants and increase your earned income strategy to bring in more money. As long as that earned income strategy is consistent with our IRS rules and regulations, and we teach that also. As long as you're consistent with that and the type of business that you have, because it's consistent with your purpose, then it is not taxed and it can be used to additional money, and including the grants that you're going for. Grants should be for beginning organizations, but at some point you should move towards a social enterprise earned income business model. So these are some of the classes that we offer. Again, We do offer, and it's not listed here. If you're a new nonprofit, you just getting started, we can work with you in terms of putting together the paperwork to get that nonprofit started. You can reach us at Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. That's the Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com to find more about what we do. Or you can hit us up on the web. We're at www.michaelrandolph.us. The whole purpose of these programs and projects is to change the narrative when it comes from for upcoming nonprofits. 8 out of 10 nonprofits fail within the first 3 to 5 years because they don't have the infrastructure. What we provide is an affordable way to have the infrastructure to bring about the vision and your mission and your passion, and to do it in an affordable and impactful way.